She was Hollywood's golden goddess Ingrid Bergman, the face of Casablanca and one of the most celebrated actresses of all time. But what the world never knew is that behind the spotlight, she carried a secret so explosive she only dared reveal it in her private memoir. In it, she wrote just 2 shocking words about the man who haunted her heart. He was massive. Who was this mystery figure? And why did she guard the truth until her final breath? Stay with us, because this story will change everything you thought you knew about Ingrid Bergman. Born in Stockholm, Sweden, Ingrid Bergman began life in tragedy. Her mother died when she was just 3 years old, and by the time she was 12, she had also lost her father. Orphaned so young, she was raised by relatives, a shy and sensitive child who often retreated into her imagination. Yet even in this sorrow, something remarkable stirred within her. She discovered the stage, and it quickly became her sanctuary. At the Royal Dramatic Theatre School in Stockholm, her natural presence was undeniable. She radiated not only beauty, but also a rare depth, channeling her grief into her art. Her earliest roles in Swedish cinema revealed she was more than a striking face. She had a luminous talent that transformed pain into strength, and audiences felt it every time she appeared on screen. Her destiny came calling in 1939. Legendary producer David O. Selznick brought her to Hollywood for the remake of Intermezzo. With that single film, Ingrid Bergman became an overnight sensation. She stood apart from other stars of the era, where glamour was carefully polished and artificial. She was authentic. Her unadorned beauty and natural acting struck like a breath of fresh air. From that moment forward, she was not just an actress, she was a revelation. Over the span of her career, Ingrid Bergman made more than 50 films in Sweden, Germany, the United States, Italy, and France. She became one of the few performers in history to achieve the triple crown of acting: 3 Academy Awards, 2 Emmy Awards, and a Tony Award. She also earned BAFTAs, Italy's David Di Donatello Award, and countless other international honors. Films like Casablanca, Gaslight, Notorious, and Autumn Sonata made her unforgettable. At her peak, she was hailed as one of the most beautiful and talented women in the world. But glory never lasts forever. At the very height of her fame, Ingrid Bergman made a choice that shook her career to its core. Still married, she began a passionate affair with Italian director Roberto Rossellini. The scandal erupted like wildfire. The press vilified her. The U.S. Congress denounced her, and one senator even demanded she be banned from American screens. Overnight, the woman who once symbolized Hollywood's purity was branded its greatest sinner. She fled to Italy, where she built a new life with Rossellini and their 3 children, twins Isabella and Isotta, and their son Roberto Jr. But exile came with a cruel cost. For years, she lived apart from her eldest daughter, Pia. From her first marriage to Dr. Peter Lindstrom, though reconciliation eventually came, the scars of separation never fully healed. 3 marriages, 3 divorces. Love tested her again and again. Yet even in scandal, she never abandoned her art, and hidden behind it all was a secret so powerful she carried it to the grave. Her love for Gregory Peck, the man she described simply as massive. To understand why his memory lingered, we return to 1945, when Alfred Hitchcock cast her opposite Peck in Spellbound. On screen, their chemistry was undeniable. Off screen, something far deeper began to unfold. The whispers on set soon became louder. Crew members noticed mornings when both Ingrid and Peck arrived late, their hair tousled, their clothes slightly askew, their smiles betraying a secret joy. Rumors spread quickly that their on-screen romance had spilled into real life. Decades later, Gregory Peck himself admitted it. "I loved her," he said simply. "I think that's enough. I was young. She was too. We bonded during those weeks of hard work, but both knew their bond was fragile. They were married, their reputations at stake, and Hollywood was merciless. Toward scandal. Their farewell came quietly. One evening after filming, over a final cup of coffee, Ingrid whispered through tears, "We cannot let this destroy everything." He remained silent, but his silence spoke the truth. They had to let go. The next morning, when the cameras rolled on their love scene, her tears were real. Alfred Hitchcock, ever perceptive, simply nodded, sensing he had captured something far deeper than acting. The result was one of the most hauntingly authentic scenes in cinema history. For decades, neither spoke of it. Ingrid Bergman buried the memory deep, while Pet carried it quietly in his heart. Later in life, he would call her the true love of his youth, and even in her final years, she admitted in her hidden writings that he filled her dreams. She never revealed their romance publicly, not because it wasn't real, but because she wanted to protect it from the gossip that would destroy its purity. Instead, she chose silence. Silence to protect him. Silence to guard the flame of a love too fragile for the world to understand. And so, Ingrid Bergman carried the secret to her grave, even as her body weakened. Her spirit did not. In Autumn Sonata, directed by Ingmar Bergman, she delivered one of her most powerful performances, a raw exploration of motherhood and regret that mirrored her own life. Her final role, as Golda Meir in A Woman Called Golda, was her ultimate triumph. Though illness consumed her, she gave a performance so extraordinary it earned her an Emmy Award and a Golden Globe. It was her proud farewell to the craft that defined her. On August 29, 1980, to her 67th birthday, Ingrid Bergman took her final breath in her London apartment. Her ashes were carried back to Sweden and scattered in the sea near her childhood home. From the orphan girl on a Stockholm stage to the great star of world cinema, the circle of her life was complete. Her legacy remains eternal. The American Film Institute ranked her fourth among the greatest actresses of all time. She has her own star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame. In 2015, the Cannes Film Festival chose her image for its official poster, an honor reserved only for the most enduring legends. In 1984, a velvet red rose was named the Ingrid Bergman, symbolizing her passion and vitality. Statues of her stand proudly in Stockholm, honoring the daughter who brought glory to her country. Her influence went beyond cinema. In 1950, folk legend Woody Guthrie wrote a song in her honor, comparing her to a force of nature that could make mountains tremble. Decades later, the lyrics were revived by Billy Bragg and Wilco on the album Mermaid Avenue, ensuring that even in music, her spirit lived on. Because Ingrid Bergman was never just an actress, she was a force that transcended art forms, a muse for generations of artists, musicians, and dreamers. As one critic once wrote, Ingrid Bergman did not die on August 29, 1982. She simply left the stage. Her applause still echoes, her light still shines, and her secret love story, quiet, hidden, eternal, remains one of Hollywood's most haunting mysteries. If this story moved you, share your thoughts in the comments, like this video, and subscribe for more untold stories of Hollywood's golden age. Because legends may leave the stage, but their echoes never fade. Thanks for watching.